What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle, and yes, it is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here. King Hussle, King Hussle X1M, no rags, just riches. King Hussle Crazy Reactions, the Hussle family, turn motivation into means. Dog pound exotic pups, goosebumps horror stories, sleeping with the rain. Milwaukee made King Hussle 2.0, and King Hussle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hussle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways over there. Dual streaming, IRL streaming, all the entertainment, all the streams with the Huss. So make sure y'all go subscribe over there. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hussle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or a video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, all right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything, so let's get this thing started. What to do, my real King Hussle fans, supporters, subscribers, my real Hussle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, I'm back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you ready to be your family hero, listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, and some information that's going to help you win. In today's video, we're going to talk about Civic Bank. Yeah, Civic Federal Credit Union. They got personal loans and they got business loans that are helping people with bad credit and new small startup businesses. All right, get off the ground. I know a lot of people out there need funding. I know a lot of people out there need places to go to get these funds, but they don't know where to go. So in today's video, I'm going to explain to you guys how to get funded on the personal side and on the business side, how to properly structure your personal credit and your business credit profile so you can start getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. All right, so without further ado, let's get into these gems that's going to help you win. All right, so when it comes to getting business loans, when it comes to getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, period, a lot of people don't understand that most banks are bad credit loans. They work with people with bad credit. Why? Because working with people with bad credit makes them more money. Because if you have bad credit, that means your APR is going to be, or your interest rate is going to be higher, which means you're going to be paying back more money on that loan, which means that bank is going to be making more money. So most banks work with people with bad credit. Now, just because you have bad credit does not mean that you're automatically approved for this loan, credit card, or line of credit. When it comes to getting approved or approval, you have to understand that you have to show on paper, which is your credit profile, bank statements, W-2s, so on and so on, that you can manage money and you make money. They're not going to just lend people money just because you say you need a loan. Now, there are certain loans out there on the personal side that you can get with just your signature. Those are signature personal loans that will go off your credit profile, your credit worthiness, and your credit report, your debt to income ratio. So when it comes to getting funding on the personal side, you got to understand, banks look at your debt to income ratio. This is showing them how much money do you make a month and how much are you spending in bills a month, because we all make money and we all have to pay bills each month. So that's the first thing they look at, because they're going to do all the calculations. They're going to say, okay, this person makes $4,000 a month and he pays $2,000 a month in bills. Then we're going to subtract what's left over. And then determine your credit score, your credit report will determine how much they can lend you for it. Then they get that number, and then they calculate that in, then they subtract that and see how much you'll be left over, will be left after you get this loan. And if it's over a certain percent, you will get approved. If it's under a certain percent, you won't get approved. That's how they do it. A lot of people don't understand that. So understanding that your credit profile means everything. Showing that you can manage money means everything. So it's a lot of people that don't understand. When you turn 18, they give you a chance. They let you get these auto loans, student loans, credit cards, knowing that you're 18, knowing that you're just beginning your credit journey, and they're going to give you a chance to get these things to build your credit. That's why when you turn 18, it's easy to get credit cards, it's easy to get auto loans, it's easy to get these student loans, because you're starting your credit journey and they're going to give you a chance. Most people get these loans and mess it up, meaning that people get cars, they get repo, people get credit cards, max them out, don't pay the bill on them. People get student loans, go to school, never make student loan payments. So now you just got all this delinquent debt on your credit report, which is bad debt. People were taught that being debt free was the American dream, which is 100% false. People are scared of debt. People don't understand how debt works. Well, debt will actually get you rich. It's good debt and it's bad debt. Good debt is getting a car, getting a credit card, getting student loans, and paying them off on time each month. Not missing a payment and eventually paying the account off. That's good debt. And that's showing good payment history for a certain length of time. That gathers longevity on your credit report that will show these banks, lenders, and groups that you can manage money for a long period of time. That's what they want to see. So it's a lot of people out there that don't understand that. So debt to income ratio, most banks want you at 36% or under 36%. But some banks will allow you to be between 36 and 45%. So that goes into play by always doing your research of what that bank requires, because every bank, lender, and group does not have the same requirements. So this bank might require this percentage, but that bank over there that you didn't go check out, that you have no intentions on checking out, because a lot of people just have one thing in their mind. So they say, I'm gonna go to this bank and just try to apply for them because that's what I heard. Not saying, okay, I'm gonna check out another bank. I'm gonna do my research on other banks, because if I can do this at this bank or any other bank, why not get it at a cheaper percentage, a cheaper APR? So always understanding that different banks have different requirements. Every bank won't say you gotta have a certain credit score, you gotta have a certain debt to income ratio, every bank is different. So showing that you can manage money would help. Now, a lot of banks go off documentations, meaning that you gotta give them your bank statements, you gotta give them your pay stubs, and so on and so on. Now, it's a lot of people out there that don't have jobs, that don't have never filed taxes, barely got a bank account, that are getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit with documentations. People are figuring out ways how to get synthetic documentations. There are loan officers, underwriters that help people push through loans. Like, it's a lot going on behind the scenes. Like, as long as you're serious about getting a loan and doing what you need to have your documentations, the loan officers and underwriters will help you. They'll say, okay, let me try this and see if we can boost your credit score up real fast, or let's try to get this number changed right here, and then bring back the documentation. Like, there's websites that allow you to edit documentation. So people are figuring out ways how to get the right information on documentation so they can get approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. We're just gonna say it like that. So for people who actually do have jobs, who actually file taxes, who actually do these things, and you're struggling or don't believe that you can get a loan, that's not true. A lot of people feel as if going into these banks and getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit is a myth. That they don't approve people for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. They're not really giving out. They are. A lot of people are getting loans on a daily basis, but it's the difference between people actually having their business together. When I mean business, like documentations and knowing their credit score and knowing what they need, vice versa. The people watching YouTube videos and hearing bad credit loan and just jumping up and applying, clicking on the link and then going to the site and applying. There's a difference. You gotta start using y'all cabezas, y'all brains, and doing research and seeing what these banks need. Because listen, there is no bank that's just gonna be like. Now listen, everybody's life situation is different. There might be people who have their documentations or their business or their life in order that can just watch a video and click on the bank or click on the link and then go to it and apply, and then already have those documentations on hand that they can send in that will help them get approved. Everybody's life and financial situation is not the same. So, and there's a lot of people out there who are not in a position to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit that don't want to feel left out. So they say, they make comments like, oh, this is cap. That's not true, because they want other people not to get approved and be in the same boat as them. It's a lot of haters out here in the world. And I'm starting to realize that people who don't got their life together or who can't do something that they see other people doing, when they don't get approved and nothing happens for them, they want to downgrade it, or they want to downplay it, or throw so much salt and hate on it so nobody will do it, so because they don't want to see nobody get what they was trying to get, because that's gonna make them feel bad inside. And I'm starting to realize that. I'm starting to understand the ideology of why a hater is a hater. Because how can you hate on somebody that's teaching credit, that's helping y'all find banks and places to help y'all get lended on the personal and business side. Just help y'all start businesses. Help y'all begin a legit life. Become a millionaire legitimately. Becoming a self-made entrepreneur legitimately. Like, how can y'all hate on somebody that's doing that, that's helping the people? I didn't make these banks. None of these banks were made by me. None of these websites were made up by me. And none of what they got on these sites were made by me. And all the information that I give you guys are directly on their site, because I'm reading off their site, just so I won't miss any information that I'm giving you guys, so you guys can know where to go and what they need. So for people that be commenting like, well, that's cap, mature y'all minds, because we call y'all bums, broke, unmatured minds, mentalities. Because you're thinking in a certain way that's not right. Like, there's a right and a wrong in this world. Like, the right thing to do is not do this. The wrong thing to do is to do that. Like, if you touch the stove, you're gonna get burned. If somebody tell you don't touch the stove because it's hot, you don't touch it, that's the right thing to do. Like, it's morals in this world. Like, people don't have morals in this world. People don't have a real life mature brain. People are never taught anything. People are in certain demographics and certain situations that don't allow them to mature their brain, and that's all they know. Y'all gotta start maturing y'all brains, because what the game that I spit and teach over here is for matured minded people that understands how, at least a little bit, how the world operates, understands right from wrong, has morals. Those are the people who understand what's going on. Those are the people that I'm talking to. We're not doing no baby kid stuff over here. We're not doing none of that. Everything we do over here is to elevate and grow and to make some more, invest and be blessed. Point blank period, to make millions. We're not fitting in with the crowd of everybody that's doing everything. We're doing everything that everybody is not doing, and we making more, and we doing more. That's what we're doing over here. So understanding that personal credit, you gotta, and there's a lot of people out there with good credit scores that's still not getting approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And the reason for that is because you have to show, at the time that you're applying for these loans, credit cards, or lines of credit, you have to show that you can manage money. You got to show that you have debt on your credit report. If you don't have debt that you showing that you can manage on your credit report at the time that you're applying, you're not going to get approved. They don't care about what you did then. They care about what you're doing now. And right now, what are you doing? What are you managing? How much do you make right now? How much are you spending in bills right now? So for people out there that think just because they got good credit scores and you are automatically approved for anything and everything out there in the world, false. You got to always show that you can manage money. So adding trade lines, and a lot of people don't understand trade lines. Trade lines is adding debt, good debt to your credit report, payment history, and age to your credit report. A lot of people don't understand that. So getting trade lines. Adding trade lines to your credit report on top of that bad debt will build the debt on your credit report. So if you got $60,000 in debt, and there's people like, oh, do you do credit clean? Do you clean credit? I want to get the debt off my credit report. Don't do that. You don't do that, because you want to add debt on top of that. So now you got a higher debt on your credit report being reported. And then you still got that payment history from that bad debt. And now you're going to add more payment history, but it's going to be good payment history. So now you're going to have a higher debt, better payment history, and a longer age on your credit report. So instead of $60,000, you go add another $60,000. Now you got $60,000 in bad debt. You go add $60,000 in good debt. That's $120,000 in good debt now. Medium debt that you're being reported to your credit report. That's showing that you can manage money. That's what they want to see. Not $6,000 in debt, not $3,000 in debt, not $10,000, $12,000 in debt being reported to your credit report, and bad debt at that. Because that's only $6,000, $3,000, $10,000. You can't pay that off. You can't manage that. So why would we give you a $20,000 loan? Why would we give you a $40,000 loan? Why would we give you a $50,000 loan? And you're showing that you can't even manage a $6,000 loan. So that's what your credit report does. And as long as you get your credit report and the debt up and a credit score of at least 620 or higher on your personal credit, you can leverage it towards your business and start getting major loans, credit cards, and lines of credit on the business side, utilizing your personal credit as a personal guarantor. So Civic Bank. Yes, Civic Bank is working with people on the personal side, and the business side, they have business term loans and they have personal loans. So on the business side, they have business term loans. Small business term loans can help you solve your short-term or long-term business financing needs. Adaptable So business term loan options that meet your needs, flexible short or term loans. So they basically just break down all the things that you need. So secure business term loans has an amount loan of $10,000. Secured loan terms range from 1 year to 10 years. Unsecured business term loans has a $1,000 loan minimum. Unsecured business loan terms are up to 3 years. So the minimum for unsecured loan is $1,000. So you can get up to $50,000. Whatever that you need for your business, you can ask for it. Then depending on what your credit profile is, you'll get it funded for. So no prepayment penalties on all business term loans. Secured loans have a loan to value ratio LTV up to 100% depending on collateral. Flexible terms for all businesses term loans. Funded and purchases equipment, real estate, and more. All right, so make sure you guys go check out Civic personal business loans on the business side. And then they got the business reward credit card. So flexible spending limits from $1,000 to $30,000. 1% back on your purchases and reward points. Real-time spending and location-based alerts. No application, annual transfer, or cash advance fees. Business lines of credit. They have low business lines of credit rates. Revolving access starts at $1,000. Minimum of $30,000. Unsecured only. And get consistent access to funding. So you got basically a credit card with just the cash, with no card. That's what a business line is. A credit card with no card. So you got $30,000 limit on that. And go check them out. Then they got the business, they got the personal loans, more than likely in the same percentage. So they got the personal loans. They got a credit builder loan. You can get a personal loan up to $30,000 with them too. So make sure you guys are going to check out Civic Bank. They're working with people with bad credit. They got credit builder loans also, up to $2,000. So go check them out. Go get their credit builder loan. Go get them personal loans and them business loans and see what they can do to help start funding you in your business, all right, in your personal life, all right? So shout out to all my real King Hussle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce, and y'all motivate me keep you entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 unlimited gems is $1,000, but for limited time only, I'm doing it for $600. Yes, $600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the $600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. And for $350, I am doing 5 questions, all right? So make sure y'all tapping in with that. Also, make sure y'all tapping in with the Crypto Tour in-person unlimited gems, all right? In-person mentorship, $6,500, $500 deposit, the rest of the money we meet in person, all right? Also, make sure y'all tap into the credit mentorship for $2,500. Trade lines not included. We'll be helping you with your personal credit and your business credit and helping you start getting the funding that you need to succeed and grow and build your business. Make sure y'all tapping into my Telegram and Potato app, Millionaire Network. Still look for people for the production company. Still look for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, and women, gamers, content creators, and streamers. We're going to do a lot of skits, blogs, movies, music videos, traveling, networking, and having fun. Make sure y'all follow me on all my YouTube channels, King Hussle X1M, King Hussle Crazy Reactions, No Rags, Just Riches, Morky Made, King Hussle 2.0, King Hussle Live, and Twitch, King Hussle Live. Follow me on both of those channels for sure. If you want any freebies, giveaways, all that over there. Make sure you go follow my clothing brand, Boost Glow Department, on IG, and make sure you go follow my IG, King Hussle X1M.2. My new YouTube channel, my new IG was my backup, but people be hating and close my main IG, so hopefully I can get it back. But go follow my backup of my main IG for now, King Hussle X1M.2. All right, so make sure y'all tapping into all those YouTubes and all those IG platforms. And with that being said, man, make sure y'all tapping in with these lessons. Make sure y'all getting y'all load ups, Cash App or Bitcoin. Anybody get a load up 500 or more, we'll get a free jogger set, pink or black. So make sure y'all tapping in with that. Don't miss out. Make sure y'all tap into them platforms, best vendor. You need any type of sites, any type of sauce, anything that's gonna turn into a boss, go tap in. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hussle. I know how to get down in these videos. I will see you at the next lesson or video. Peace.